Hey gang, Mocha Boy here, welcome back. So we are going to look at a couple of different things today. Just to give you a couple of quick updates, we are still gathering a bunch of farming replays across the board, TH8, TH9, TH10, and in a bunch of different range of different types of attacks. Because I know that everyone right now, the question on everyone's mind is, what great, I have to train a 3-star army, but what's the most efficient way to do it? And it's a completely valid question. It's just at least as far as Supercell's concerned, probably the wrong question to be answering or asking rather. Anyway, just to give you a quick peek, we'll look at a couple of these. I've been running one composition exclusively for the past 50 attacks, and these are my results. I've had no losses, a bunch of fun revenges. So if you haven't checked those revenges, definitely check those. A lot of guys just what we're seeing is that people are falling out of the matchmaking queue after only 12 hours of inactivity. So one attack, so long as that person doesn't log in for another 12 hours or whatever, then they just don't come back into matchmaking, which is awesome because that leaves you free to go in and snipe their bases after they've filled up on loot, which is what happened a bunch of times there. But anyway, I've been running this composition here, which is 5 healers, 2 golems, 8 valks, 6 wizards, which are primarily for funneling, 8 wall breakers for getting the AQ to her targets, and then it's 4 earthquakes to get access to the core, 3 rages, and I've experimented with a couple of different versions of this, where I go in with 2 rages or 2 rages and 1 freeze. For the Infernos, but lately I just said, what, screw it. I'm sending in tanky troops already. I'm just going to rage everything into the core and completely gut the core, and that's what I've been doing. And then just 7 giants to soak up those Inferno beams. This is those 7 giants along with that 1 pocket giant that constitutes my freeze for my attacks. So again, this is what I've been running exclusively for the past 50 attacks. In a lot of cases, if I do everything just right and I can get my AQ to at least a couple of the air defenses, more often than I'll end up 3-starring the base, which is what we'll look at with a couple of these. And then we're going to take a look at this attack. We're going to take a look at one farming attack, and then I'm going to show you the application of this in a recent war. Now, I've done this a couple of times now successfully against these Nemesis bases, especially if the air defenses are less than 5 tiles, less than 4 tiles away or 5 tiles in. What's interesting about these resource ring bases is that there's absolutely no overlapping defenses. That means at any given point in time, if you're lucky, maybe you'll only have a couple of point defenses on you at any given point in time. That 4 earthquake goes down to open up a path to the core and to the Inferno towers. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to send in the rest of my ground forces in from the northeast to meet up with the AQ and then just punch into the core. Now, unfortunately, what happened here is that she did end up punching in just a little too soon, and there's an interesting base design trick there that forces that to happen. So I had to rage all of my ground troops early, see if I could get them to that Inferno tower as quickly as possible, which happened just in the nick of time. Once they get on that level 1 Inferno tower, then the healers are clear to go in and recharge those troops. And then after that, it's really just about getting what's left of the troops into that last Inferno to take care of that, and then just walking the perimeter of the base. And this is one of those types of attacks where if you can put down the Infernos quickly enough, using any combination of spells or strategies that you have, that'll leave the rest of your tanks and as well as your healer back to AQ free to go in and 3-star, just walk the perimeter of the base to take out what's left of the remaining defenses. So some pretty crazy stuff there. I mean, this is the type of base that stymies a lot of different types of attacks. So this is definitely one approach to it. And the last, I'm going to show you the application of this exact same strategy, but in a war setting. So we've just within this last war here, Bogor Champs, I was able to go in and 3-star another Town Hall 11 on the first hit. And this was just a lower Town Hall 11, and this is the base. Mixed Infernos. A couple of the things that just scream, please walk me, right off the bat are these defenses here. Only 4 tiles in. That means the AQ could walk this entire wall, take out this entire wall before ever taking any real kind of damage. with the CC on this side, no issues with pre-triggering or early triggering her. So the plan here for this was to get the AQ walking in this direction along with her 5 healers, Golem here, wall breakers there, and then one jump here, which gets you access to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets, and then a second jump here, again, which gets you access to from the central pocket to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pockets again. So almost a little bit of an hourglass deployment. That gets you both of the Infernos, whatever's in the core, the TH, and then hopefully, if you're lucky, they meet up with the AQ on the other side, and then they go on to clean up the base. So again, a lower level Town Hall 10 with still Town Hall 9 defenses, except for those wizard towers. So AQ goes down there in the corner, one funneling wizard there just to make sure that she pushes south. Probably didn't need it, but I mean, it's always a good practice to have. Now, mind you, I ran this attack on this base after running these farming attacks almost 50 times in regular matchmaking, and often 3-starring or at least hitting. I've been averaging about 70 or 80%, and really what I need to work on is timing my wall breakers right, so that I know that the wall breakers are safe to go in. That the point defenses are focused in on the AQ, and that. Hang on a second here, and that they're clear. So once she is trained on the AQ, I mean, it's a lower level AQ, so she was never in any danger. I can get the other half of my raid going, and I can just literally just leave her alone, because I mean, there's no overlapping defenses, there's no high level point defenses that can really threaten her, and that first jump goes down to open up those 5 pockets. The Valks are down, going gangbuster in there. And once I get that rage going, you're gonna see some real damage. Now I did bring a freeze on this attack, and that was for the multi-target Inferno on the backside, because I knew I'd probably be able to take out that Inferno pretty quickly with that mass of troops there. And again, that freeze on the backsides just to get the ground troops a little bit of time. Interestingly enough, there wasn't enough time, because they were softened up so much by that point that the Inferno was able to finish him off. But that means my BK was free to go in and just go in and clear what was left of those defenses. And at this point, you're just running into cleanup mode. The healers do split off to recharge the tanks, but I mean, we're already at 80% of the base with. I think I had probably a minute at this point left over to go in and to finish off the base. And now the healers are just redirecting all over the place to go in and finish off this base. So we can just speed that up. Couple of pocket wizards there to take, just to clean up whatever's left. And once that last air defense goes down, it's 3 stars for the good guys. So again, yeah, very interesting. So very interesting attack. It does rely on brute force and speed. So in matchmaking, I have been running with 3 rages instead of a rage and 2 rages and a freeze. So something interesting there, just to give you guys something to play around with in this new environment. Been having a lot of fun with this attack. I went all the way through Masters, so all the way through Masters and into Champs with just using this one composition the entire way. So thanks for tuning back in.